He has taken just 2 shots in the first half, and they need to get more mileage out of him. Victoria lead it by 10. 1 half remaining in the semi-final series to see who will challenge Wollongong for the NBL championship. The Titans, as they did at the start of the first term and the second period, win the tip. Wheeler goes to work and has his shot, with the ball slapped out of his hands by Robert Rose. Excellent defensive play from Rose. And it will be Townsville who have the first scoring opportunity here in the second half. Kelly wants the baseline, gets past McDonald, rejected by Brett Wheeler. From close range, Reedy gets onto the score sheet. His first basket comes inside the first 30 seconds of the third period.
Good start for Townsville. Good aggressive drive by Mike Kelly to get to the hole. It's a little more abandoned there on the offensive end for Townsville. Good sign early.
Ronaldson, 8 on the shot clock, elevates, can't get it to go against good D from Pat Reedy. Robert Rose will come forward. Rose 9 of 3 from long range, just 2 of 10 overall from the field. And has got to the stripe with authority where he is 5 of 5. Now the shot clock is inside of 10 seconds for Townsville, and Rose goes to work on Wheeler. Good wrestling with Bradley. Sheridan gets the 2. Sheridan went on with it and is now being called for his 5th personal foul.
Let's see where the foul occurs. Brad Sheridan reaching for the basketball. His 5th personal foul. And because of foul trouble, hasn't been much of a factor in this basketball game.
And as I mentioned, he has no idea about playing with fouls because he's never fouled out of a game. Goodwin has his team back to within 5. The Crocs have scored the first 5 points here. Well, the last 5 at least, 4 in this period and 1 just before half time. So they make their charge. Darren Smith to McDonald. Guarded by Robert Rose. 6 on the shot clock now. Goodwin steps outside the perimeter. Contact, no whistle. McDonald is forced into a tough shot. Can't get it to go. And the fans are getting involved now.
Thought he did a good job of playing for that foul. Usually the guards have been good at when they draw contact to make it look as if it's put them off a little bit, and that usually gets the foul called, but no call here.
Davidson off to Robert Rose. Townsville structure their offense. Rose goes against Sheridan to Goodwin, who splits down to the center and comes up with another 2. Goodwin has 19 points to lead all scorers. The Crocs have scored the last 7, are back to within 3, but McDonald at the other end banks 2 off the window and draws a foul.
Daryl McDonald is able to do this. Team needs an offensive boost through his dribble penetration, either finishing himself or getting a wide open duck for one of his teammates. Mike Kelly trying to reach in, make a last-ditch defensive play. Picks up foul number 3. Always dangerous when you're guarding D-Mac when he starts taking the ball to the hole. Big score for the Titans.
Victoria 4 of 4 from the foul line in the match. Townsville 7 of 8. An even half dozen separates the teams here as Davidson goes to Pat Reedy, working against Ronaldson under pressure, lost control. Goodwin did it to reel it in, and Darren Smith is there. He's lost it as well. Dicker will get it next. And Victoria rewarded for good defense there. They've come up with the ball, and McDonald looks for Ronaldson, has support next to him in Dickel, who fires over Andrew Goodwin and buries the 3. Dickel's first 3 of the night. And he has his team back to a 9-point advantage.
I think the key to the game is Dickel hitting open shots once they pass the basketball around, and also Darren Smith.
Reedy off to Davidson, guarded by Dickel. Now working inside the foul line. McDonald tore a piece of it but couldn't reel it in. Now single figures on the shot clock for Mike Kelly and Townsville. Against Wheeler in a mismatch. Fancies his chances, got to the baseline, and Mike Kelly adds another 2.
That's a big move from Mike Kelly. Not famous for putting the ball on the floor. Found a way to the rim. Dickel.
Back-to-back triples from the New Zealand Olympian. He's proving hard to stop here. Had 4 points to halftime. He's had 6 here in the first 3 and a bit minutes of the third period.
Good pick, good pick.
Wheeler and Goodwin wrestling down in the low block. Plenty of contact, no whistle as Kelly wheels to the 3-point line and is still the only Townsville player who has hit from beyond the perimeter. Dickel penetrating, looking for Ronaldson. Pat Reedy had a piece of it, deflected the ball out of court. It leaves 12 on the shot clock for the Victoria Titans. Well, we wondered if half-time if these teams could maintain the tempo and the intensity. We've got the answer. This has been very good indeed. Ronaldson takes it from McDonald and casually fires. It's way off the mark. Robert Rose has the loose ball. Now goes to Kelly and turn Reedy around the perimeter. Brad Davidson. Goodwin looking to post up Brett Wheeler. Davidson penetrating. Now needs help. Kelly provides it. Shot clock inside of 10 for Townsville as Kelly is corralled. Reedy dishes back to Kelly on the baseline. Had a good look at the rim, and Mike Kelly adds another 2. Well, he had +5 at halftime, and now he has 12. So 7 points in a little over 4 minutes in this period for Mike Kelly.
Townsville have found their offensive confidence. Now they just have to work hard at getting some stops.
Dickel top of the key. 2 pieces of the iron. It jumped out of the cylinder. And Mike Kelly gets it next as Townsville come forward with authority. Andrew Goodwin looking to join in the three-point party. Can't do so. And it's Darren Smith who has the rebound, and McDonald will bring the Victoria Titans forward. Almost 5 minutes played, term number 3. 5-point margin at the moment. McDonald, ambitious pass looking for Brett Wheeler. Last touch by Townsville's Andrew Goodwin. So Victoria have 11 on the shot clock. I was surprised McDonald didn't fire from that close.
Goodwin did a good job of covering 2 people. Good defense by Andrew Goodwin.
Dickel against Davidson, looking to penetrate to the baseline. Reaching in, Brad Davidson got plenty of ball there, strips him of it. Dickel thought he was fouled. Our referees didn't see it that way. Now Darryl McDonald is called for the foul. That will be his second personal. 12 fouls overall on Victoria, including 2 in this period. The Crocs have 10 overall in that category.
No doubt about that one. Darryl McDonald's dangerous when you don't see him. Gets those late steals.
Rose guarded by Darren Smith, goes to Mike Kelly, coming off the curl cut. Goodwin plants his feet from that range, has been most impressive. Goodwin has 21 points to lead all scorers. His season high is 28, which came against Sydney back in March, and that is in some danger. Again, Townsville close to within 3. It's as close as they have been since the opening period. Dickel to the baseline, gets past Mike Kelly and adds another 2 to his individual tally. Pat Reedy surveys the options, hands off to Brad Davidson. Guarded by Dickel. Sheridan forced to the bench with foul problems, sitting on 5 personals. Reedy against Wheeler, who did a good job, but Pat Reedy finds a way to score. And again, the Crocs get back to a 3-point margin. Fans certainly more involved here in this period than they were in the first half, as Dickel against Davidson has to retreat to McDonald. Single figures on the shot clock. McDonald to Darren Smith. He measures the 3. Can't get it over the front of the rim. And Townsville, with the fans coming on strong, head back up the floor. Davidson against Dickel, who played pretty tough D to keep him short on the iron. Townsville will get another opportunity here. David Hinton checks in for Townsville. Andrew Goodwin goes to the bench. Davidson may have been unlucky there. We've seen whistles supplied with less contact than that. The new shot clock for Townsville. Davidson penetrating. What a pass, and excellent from Reedy as well. Rejected by Wheeler, but Hinton goes back to work and comes up with the goods as well. Brian Gorgian wants time out here. 1-point ball game. Timeout called by Victoria. 5.5 minutes to play, term number 3. We have a ball game.
Well, everybody in the building knew, Victoria knew, that the Crocs were going to make a run and get their offense going. You can't expect them to have a slow-scoring quarter every quarter in a basketball game with so much on the line. They've come out exactly what Derek Rucker said. They need to just throw caution to the wind and play their game.
All right. Offensively now. Offensively. Secondary. All right. Good ball swing. On ball or post dive. If you're pressured, go right into the on ball hit. All right. right? Now here, this possession, everybody flat. You're one-on-one. Bear, you're hooking out of there, all right? Go to work. This possession, you're in the middle.
These fans are enormous. If you ever get a chance, please make your way to the Swamp, if you can get a ticket, that is, and join in this atmosphere. It is something to behold, and their team is hot here in term number 3. Townsville scored 22 in the opening quarter, just 17 in term number 2. We played 6 and a bit minutes here in this period, and they have added 20 already. We had some of the foundation members of the Townsville Supporters Club. They joined the NBL in '93. About 1,000 of them were on the court at halftime. Foul is called on Mark Dickel. It's his second personal. 3rd team foul on Victoria here since halftime.
Mike Kelly mirroring the basketball, gets a piece of it. Dickel hanging on to Mike Kelly so he couldn't make a play after he got the deflection.
Good job.
Rose, guarded by Darren Smith, comes forward. The Crocs have scored the last 4. They have not led since the first 3 and a bit minutes of the match when it was 10-9. Kelly dumps the ball to Hinton, who has been effective off the bench, has had quite an impact with 11 points in the game. Here's Kelly looking for the lead. Townsville take the lead for the first time since the early stages of the opening quarter.
That's a big-time shot.
7 unanswered points now from Townsville. As Darren Smith fires, can't find the answer. Wheeler reaching in over the back, worked the ball out of court off Pat Reedy.
Roger Shields with all kind of pressure on him down there. As we see the replay, he goes up in the air. Wheeler gets a piece, and Reedy gets a piece.
Titans come back with the ball here. Wheeler on the baseline from close range. Couldn't get an effective shot away. May have been some contact with Hinton that went unwhistled. Titans desperate for a stop here as Townsville, since half-time, have ignited. Davidson firing for 3. Yes! 10 unanswered points from Townsville. This has swung around in the first 7 and a bit minutes of this 3rd period. Ronaldson to Darren Smith, who's going to provide a steadier for Victoria. They need one, and now with 7 on the shot clock, McDonald penetrates off the window. It won't tumble, gets his own rebound. Back to work, needs support. Ronaldson reels it in. Another opportunity for Victoria. Dickel gets it next. Now retreating away. McDonald, Dickel. Darren Smith will get it next. Inside 10 on the shot clock. Pass Hinton and Pat Reedy, who will be called for the foul. Shots to come for Darren Smith, and boy, do Victoria need a steadier.
They do a great run by Townsville, which has been magnified by some defense on the other end of the floor, just turning up the screws on the D, making it tough for Victoria to respond. Great offense, yes, but good poise and patience by Victoria on that possession. This was a big possession for them. Thing bounced around almost as much as Damon Lowry's free throws last night.
And it snaps a 10-zip run. And the Titans have been outscored 26-13 since halftime. They led by as many as 13 in the second period, but at the moment Townsville with a 3-point buffer and possession. Davidson goes to Mike Kelly. Hinton top of the key. Now Pat Reedy working against Ronaldson. Teammates at the Olympics for Australia. Reedy fires. Pat Reedy now has 6 points in the game, all of which have arrived here in term number 3. McDonald to Siegel. Again, Townsville shrinking into their zone. Dickel penetrating. Pass Reedy to Siegel. Shot clock into single digits. Siegel beyond his range with a non-preferred left-handed hook shot. Good defensive set again from Townsville. Kelly, catch and shoot over Siegel. Caught the back of the ring. Dickel's after it. Gets there first. Has Kelly and Davidson to beat. He's going to wait for some support, and now the troops arrive. Siegel guarded by Rose. Back to Daryl McDonald, in turn Dickel. Ronaldson looking to post up Pat Reedy. And does get the ball now. 7 on the shot clock. Double team arrives. Has to retreat Dickel from long range. Well, he's hit 3 triples here in the 3rd period. And he gets the ball game back to a 2-point spread.
Big shot. And good offense, too, getting the basketball down to Ronaldson. Double team, get the basketball out and hit the perimeter shot.
Kelly kept it alive to Pat Reedy, who from close range starts to make things happen. Final 2 minutes of what has been a frenetic term number 3. We trust you are enjoying our coverage. The NBL live and exclusive here on Fox Sports. As McDonald fires from long range, that too on the front of the rim. Davidson comes up with the rebound, his 3rd in the game. The Titans' offense in this period, really, it's been a solo effort from Mark Dickel as Rose is monstered by Brett Wheeler. Wheeler prevents the score, picks up his 3rd personal in the process, and Rob Rose, who is 5 of 5 from the foul line, is going back there again.
Not a whole lot he could do. He had a good seal on Siegel. Wheeler coming over to help. Rose had already drawn the contact. Good heads-up play not to allow him to get that 3-point play because he did a good job of getting it up quick.
And the loss of Bradley Sheridan is really looming large right now. He was just providing that penetration of the outside threat constantly in the offensive end, and the Crocodiles have been able to take advantage of his absence.
Well, things starting to roll now for Townsville. Another opportunity for them. They lead by 5. It's the biggest margin they've enjoyed at any stage in the game. Titans were 10 points in front at the start of this period. It's been a huge swing in favor of the home team, and Pat Reedy's been a big part of it. Pat Reedy now has 10 points after being scoreless at halftime. McDonald dumps the ball to Ronaldson. Turns around against Hinton, shows him the ball, and now fires. Can't get it to go, Ronaldson. Ripped to add to his tally since halftime. Final 55 seconds of this 3rd period. Davidson from the same spot, same result. The Mullumbimby Marble punches the air. The Crocs from 10 points down at halftime lead it by 10 as we head toward 3-quarter time.
Just look at the shots they're hitting. They're just catching the basketball with confidence, shooting it just as they've done all year. Brad Davison ready to shoot, anticipating being open, knocks it down. That was a huge shot, and he delivers it. Other end of the floor, it's been the Titans who have been tentative on the offensive end. They were aggressive in the first part, got themselves a lead, and then just looked like they went into protect mode. And then the Townsville Crocs stepping on the gas. You got to run all the way to the finish line here. The teams are just too good.
Hey, just keep talking at the back of that thing there where Ronaldson and Dickel, all right?
I know who's going to shoot.
Hey, next possession, 22. Receivers.
What a turnaround, Steve. Davidson is 2 of 2 from long range in this period. Pat Reedy is 5 of 5 from the field after taking only 2 shots in the opening quarter. They are starting to make things happen. Victoria Titans with 40 seconds left until 3-quarter time. What can they manufacture? Dickel has been their main scorer in this period. He defers to McDonald, now top of the key. Dickel gets it back, feeling confident. Couldn't finish it. Pepper, the offensive rebound against Reedy. From close range, worried out of the points. Townsville catch a break. Victoria restricted to only 16 points in this period, and Dickel has scored 11 of them. Kelly off to Reedy. 7 on the shot clock as Rose takes over. Against McDonald. Wheeling and dealing. The fall-away jumper. Yes! Right on 3-quarter time. McDonald fires. It's short. And this 3rd period, well, they call it the championship quarter in AFL. And the Townsville Crocodiles have taken that on board. They were down by 10.